My life whenever I was young, it was good for the most part. I lived with my grandparents in California up until I was about 5 or 6. I got adopted, and I got adopted into a really good family.
I had a good job. I was able to buy anything I wanted.
My parents were tough growing up, but I think it was all out of love. They were just trying to hold stuff together.
Then my mom came from California to Arkansas, and I hadn't lived with her up until I was like 9 or 10 years old. It led to me moving in with her. About 11 or 12 years old, we ended up getting into it one night, and I left. There was a piece of me that was missing. Even though I had a family, there was still something that I was searching for.
I was doing good, I was doing fine, and then I remember, I want to say it was about 2008 that my grandfather passed away. He was like my dad to me, just not having a solid father figure for a lot of years. And so when he passed away, that was real tough.
Then eventually, once I started using drugs, I just saw how everything just started to dissolve. The relationships that I had, the cars that I owned, they were just being towed, and I ended up being homeless.
Started to want to do my own thing, the rebellious stage, and then I started using marijuana, and then marijuana actually turned to alcohol, then alcohol to other things.
When I was probably 12, 13 years old, I started smoking pot. Just was a drug addict. I was addicted to methamphetamines for 25 plus years.
I kind of got labeled inside of my church, and I just kind of ran with it. It just really went downhill fast. Like, it started off fun, and I ended up becoming dependent on drugs.
It was hard. I didn't really deal with his death too good. Kind of bottled it up inside of me. So I ended up starting getting into drugs, started smoking and drinking. Ended up getting expelled from Glendale too before I started the OTC middle college program. So
I didn't have a photo ID. I couldn't even get a temp agency job. However, I went back to the rehab, and I got kicked out.
At the age of 21, I had my first child. Complete surprise. Like, me and the girl had been together a month.
My mom and dad have sent me to every rehab probably around, and I just could never get it figured out.
Ended up going to prison and doing about a year. Came to Victory Mission. I didn't know that love or know any of that stuff yet, and so I didn't want to let a lot of people in. I'd been to prison so many times that I couldn't get a birth certificate or a social security card, and Victory Mission had everything. They offered me everything that I needed.
And I was sitting there and just going through online, and I actually scrolled past Victory Mission when I was looking for programs. And Victory Mission kept popping up. No matter how many different searches I did, it popped up.
It kind of scared me. I'm like, okay, I need to get into something. And by that time, I already heard about the Victory Mission Discipleship Program, and so I decided to, just leave the point that I had still with the drugs and everything. I just said, that's it.
God led me to a point in my life to where I had everything that I thought would make me happy, and I was the most miserable guy in the world.
This last stint in prison, I was trying to find a home plan. The guy beside me had been to the mission and said, there's a place down there. He said, this is a restoration place. He said, it sounds like something you could do. He said, it's Jesus-based, and I filled a home planned out, and that's what got me to where I was at here at Victory Mission.
I was told by my kids' mom that, you're a violent offender. They've already told me that you can never get parental rights again. Once me and Brian started going over all the stuff that was in the parental plan, he was like, bro, his exact words, he said, you've got everything done besides have your own house. Then, Victory Mission helped me get in a house. They accepted me the day I got out of prison, that they loved me right where I was at.
They worked with me through it and helped me be able to actually figure out who I am and get comfortable with myself to where it's not, like that anymore. I don't have this need or desire to have to please everybody.
When I first got into the program, I just witnessed guys with the same background story, just like me. They had everything at one point in life, just like I did, and then they ended up losing it all. It felt good. You're watching all these people come closer to God, and they want to change.
But it's the people and the chaplains and the way things are set up, and the way every time you have a negative thought, there's always somebody not to reprimand you, but to tell you it's going to be okay. And not just tell you, show you everything, every struggle I was facing, everything I was nervous about.
Just finding that love, that I never experienced when I was a kid. Just that forgiveness, being able to forgive myself, being able to allow myself to grow, being able, to allow God to grow me, to press me.
This is a big turning point in my life. I'm so blessed for where I'm at today, and it's all thanks to victory in God. I didn't do nothing but stay obedient.
It's not a group of people that you go into but they'll judge you from your past. A lot of the people, they have the same past, and it kind of motivates you, and we each other like brothers, we sharpen each other to stay on the right path.
I've been trying to get clean and sober for the past 10 years, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I come here and y'all taught me how to build a relationship with Christ, and everything just started falling into place.
I'm the living testimony that Jesus does save, and all things are possible through Christ who strengthens me.